Next speaker is the Ukrainian Human Rights Commission, to be followed by the Institute for European Studies.
Dmytro Perlyn,
My name is Dmytro Perlyn from Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing an unprecedented and catastrophic situation regarding migrants. It is the worst since the Second World War. On the one hand, this are refugees fleeing from the Middle East to the EU, and then there are the refugees in the Donbass area in Ukraine. According to the IOM, the number of refugees in the Mediterranean has amounted to 500,000 people this year, and Syrians represent a fifth of them. In addition to the migration stemming from the Middle East, this is due to the situation in Syria. But then there is also a situation in Donbass, which is equally problematic. In order to understand the scale of the problem, I would like to compare some figures. According to the UNHCR, at April of this year, more than 800,000 Ukrainians appealed for asylum or the right to residency or some other form of legal status in neighboring countries. Almost 660,000 of them, according to the UN figures, registered in Russia, and another many number of thousands in Ukraine. The so-called anti-terrorist operation carried out by the Ukrainian authorities has driven thousands of people from their home. But the Ukrainian authorities have not yet set up the conditions necessary to reintegrate the refugees, and the situation of refugees is going from bad to worse. Ukraine is undermining the rights and freedoms of refugees, including the right to vote and the freedom of choice. This is linked to restrictions placed on refugees from the Donbass area taking part in elections in Ukraine in general. Of particular concern is the fact that these violations are going to become enshrined in law by the Ukrainian authorities. The plight of refugees in the Donbass area is also connected to the difficulties to find work, largely due to the economic blockade. The economic blockade is part of the Ukrainian authorities' policy. In the summer of this year, the head of Dmytro Perlyn's party in the parliament said that large companies registered in Ukraine will have to pay charges for their trade, but this will not apply to trade coming from eastern Ukraine. Just 1 minute, please. I will be very short.
Schedule now.